What's happening, everybody? Happy Thursday. Wow, it's already Thursday. I can't believe it. It's felt like a really short, fast week, and it has been a fast week because of the fact that I got in, I got back from Canada on Tuesday. I was traveling all day Monday. Well, I technically got back Monday, but I didn't step foot inside my house until it was Tuesday. And then I jumped back into work Tuesday and Wednesday, no break. And as soon as work finished, I basically fell asleep for hours on both days. And I fell asleep for hours today because I'm just like, my sleep schedule has not caught up to me yet. Hi, Tasha. Hi, Edward. So I'm just pushing through. Um, this might sound like news because I have made it a point to not discuss this often because I don't want to put any kind of a damper on my page. But I did say this earlier this year. Uh, in April of last year, that's okay, Edward. In April of last year, I took a break from my page, obviously, as I was doing some grieving. And as I was taking that break, I actually said last year was going to be my last year. I said I'm going to do one more season of Big Brother coverage because I want to do that to kind of honor my dad's memory, and I did. And that was a hard season for me to have chosen to do that. 100 straight days. I'm still proud of that. And then after that, I was like, am I going to continue with my page? Am I going to continue doing page coverage? Right. So after that Big Brother season ended, reindeer games kind of came about, and I really enjoyed the reindeer games. So I kept going, covered the reindeer games. That was really fun. And then from there, um, I was working on my music and mental health page, and I created a whole bunch of content for that page. Some of it that honestly is not even released on the page because of the fact that the page got demonetized, and that was really a crushing blow because there was a point where I was going to transition off of this page, go back to that page, no more reality TV coverage. I was only going to do that page. Then, when that page got demonetized, that basically took away that whole plan. They said I could reapply in 3 months, and I tried to reapply in 3 months. I didn't meet the requirements. I don't have it in me to try to build that page up again to meet the requirements because it was so hard to get it to meet those requirements in the first place. This page does meet the requirements still, which I was fortunate that I was able to salvage this page. And I know that most people follow this particular page for reality TV coverage. Now, it's not really that I want to abandon the page. I do enjoy the page. I do enjoy having the page. I enjoy creating the content for the page. The only thing is, I'm at what I consider just a pivotal, life changing stage in my life where I'm getting to a point where everything that I do has to be progressing me somewhere. And this page has not done that. Like this YouTube thing has not progressed. I don't know if it's because of YouTube, because I have heard things from other content creators that YouTube has gotten harder and to make money from and stricter and everything like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like it makes me nothing, but it makes me pennies on the dollar to where if I'm spending 4 to 5 hours a week creating content and it's gonna give me, let's say, $100 a month for like 20 hours. I wouldn't work for 20 hours for $100. That would be nonsense. That so it's essentially what's happening here. And then, you got to pay taxes on it for self-employment, which is all fine and good if it's something that is some kind of a worthwhile sum. So I have some thinking to do at as year end, as we come towards a year end. And I always do this. This is not a new or different thing. This is just me more thinking out loud. And also, high Turicity. Also, I just always want to be transparent with my page because I would never be somebody who just is here today and gone tomorrow and everyone says what happened. So, my thoughts as of right now in this moment are that I give my page one more year, give it a go, see what I can get from it. But it's not working as is because the page is fine when the Big Brother season is going on. When I cover the challenge, when I cover Survivor, when I cover the circle, when I cover, I mean, sheesh. One year, I got two of the top. I got, and I got, what was it, fifth or sixth and second. I got three people from the circle from the same season of the current season of the circle, including the winner, all in a 2 to 3 month span to do interviews with me. That didn't push the needle. I mean, my dedicated base thought that was cool, but that pushed the needle. I got I got Wes Bergman on here. I even did something different. I got a psychiatrist. I got a psychologist, not a psychiatrist. A psychotherapist. I always get them confused. I got a psychotherapist that was on the show Summer House. Therapist. Oh, it must be because of the rain. Sorry about that. Probably because of the rain. But yeah, I got a psychotherapist on here. I got man, I did a lot of things. I really did a lot of things for this page. I created content that I had a videographer put together. I've done a lot of things, and they have not progressed me anywhere. Is the long story short. So I'm gonna be brainstorming. I mean, I always take suggestions, but basically, I might cover one more Big Brother season. I might be done with YouTube. Now, does that mean that I'm going to be done with social media altogether? I don't know. Recently, I've been trying to gain a bigger following on my TikTok account. It's been decently successful as I've been putting more videos up over there. Instagram has fallen flat. Like I gave up on the Instagram part. I still post on Instagram sometimes, but I have been going at that for years, trying to get money from Instagram and never got a dime from Instagram. Facebook didn't really work for me. The only platform online that actually served me in terms of getting me money is this. And it's not a significant enough amount for the investment of time because people don't realize the challenge is something that I watch. I've watched that for years with or without a YouTube page. Survivor, I started watching because the people on my channel said, "Hey, you should watch and cover Survivor." We could watch, and really, when I was covering Survivor consistently, my videos were getting 20 to 30 people viewing them. So the Big Brother community basically dropped off from there. I do those. That's the thing. I actually have been doing those. It's not so much that I don't have the content because I can literally turn this page on. I mean, turn my YouTube live on and speak on any number of topics and never run out of content. Like, people don't even realize. When I give topics on here, it's basically because I've had so many experiences in my life, and also sometimes I even give you guys the same things that I talk about in in my life outside of YouTube when I'm doing presentations, groups. I just kind of customize those messages a little bit to y'all, and I make them less of a format, and I interact. So that's the only difference. So it's not a lack of topics, it's kind of a lack of engagement is what I'm trying to say. Long story short. Appreciate it, Edward. I've thought of Patreon, I've thought of other platforms. I know a lot of you do subscribe to me on my membership tab. So I must say I really do appreciate that because there's people who are subscribed to me who don't even consistently check out my videos, but they have been consistent subscribers just because they know that little 2.99 a month is something that supports me. And trust me, that is not lost on me. I say little 2.99 not to say 2.99 is nothing, but just to say there's subscriptions out there that are more than 2.99. But the thing is, I'm not a celebrity, I'm an average Joe with a page that people just gravitated towards the page and have chosen to support me. Give me one moment. Yes, I'm here, but making a quick pit stop at the store. So give me like 2 to 3 minutes, I would say, and I'm gonna be right back on. Hey, if you put your plan for Mark Talks, though, you may bring people because they know they're coming for the non-reality crowd. You see, this is, I think you're getting what I'm saying, Charicity. I don't mind covering reality TV. Matter of fact, I enjoy covering reality TV, but it was never actually in the cards. It's the funniest thing. I always say that. Covering reality TV shows was never in the cards. And what I mean by that is I never said to myself, you know what? One day I want to cover reality TV shows. I watched them, but I had no interest in covering them. The way how I started covering them was just turning on my camera one day and the live feeds were on my TV and I was just talking. I had no blueprint and script. It was just like, hey, what's Taylor doing right now? Look at that. Look at Turner. This is funny. Look at that facial expression that Brittany's making. That's hilarious. And I was just doing voiceover commentary on that. And that was honestly just fun for me. And then people were watching me do it. And I'm like, people are actually coming here and giving me donations and cash apps and stuff and Zells just to watch me give commentary about people on the show. I'm like, man, I've created some really high quality content about life, and people are not interested in that. And then I crack a few jokes about people on a reality TV show, and thousands of people want to tune into that. Not thousands anymore, but it used to be thousands. You know, the old page used to be 20,000, 30,000 views of per video. But the funny thing is, when it was 20, 30,000 views of video, my page wasn't even monetized. So YouTube was getting all that traffic. I was just working for them for free. Uh, you can mix it up. That's what I do, though. I mean, I don't call it Mark Talks, but if you haven't noticed, that's really what I have been doing. I've been doing, I've been doing things that are unrelated to TV, reality TV mostly, and I sprinkle in like my once a week challenge video in there. But it doesn't gain the same kind of traction. And I was talking to another content creator about this. They were expressing that they experienced the same thing, those 9 month off season droughts. And I don't mind. It's like it's not like a thing where I'm like, hey, nobody's interested in what I have to say, but it's like this platform is such a specific niche platform that um, people are only here for that. Like that's basically what it is. People are mostly here for that. Not everybody, just the majority. Because I think this page has 1,200 subscribers, and I want to say 1,100 of them or so were people that I gained during the last two Big Brother seasons. Mostly during the last one, not as much during this one. But I understand that because this one I was much less consistent with the posting. What shows usually go into outside and more common ones? Oh, I started getting into Law and Order SVU. I enjoy Law and Order SVU. I didn't watch that show for years, and I just started watching it. I think this year or last year, and I got really hooked on it. I have not watched Hell's Kitchen. I have watched Hell's Kitchen, but I have never consistently followed Hell's Kitchen. What time is it? 6:47. What? I don't know what I'm doing right now. So they say. So they say. So they say. I have not experienced that yet. I have experienced that from TV shows. but I try to figure out like how much of it is me and how much of it is the show. Now, I know obviously there's a lot of people who cover shows, and there's people who don't even have the amount of success that I've had, even though I consider it moderate success. There's people who don't even get there. So I'm not gonna say that they're like 100% there for the show, but it could be like 70%. 70% shows, 30% me. They come because they like my takes on the show. Um, when I think about most of the more popular show channels, some of them are because it's coming from people who have been on shows before. So they build an automatic fan base off of that. Some of them are because they take really dramatic takes on everything. So when I say really dramatic takes, I mean like takes on racism or sexism or things that are really abrasive, controversial, and they take hard stances and they say mean things. And people gravitate towards that. So I have never been that guy either. So um, there's that. I don't do that. I take more level-headed and balanced stances, and people are like, that's not as interesting to me as somebody who's like, "F this person. This person is the lowest scumbag on earth." But yeah, I mean, I'm just brainstorming. I'm putting things on the table. There is still time because I'm always willing to pivot. Even though I'm saying this right now, I said this in 2023, and I ended up doing a whole other year when I thought that I wouldn't do this whole other year. So I am willing to pivot, but the pivot is definitely dependent on where my success lands when it comes to figuring out a way to turn and flip the page around. So that's pretty much it. People do like drama, and I like drama too, but I just feel like the more that you invest in something is the more that is what is something that becomes a part of you. So if I were to sit here and speak for 3 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day of like let's say Big Brother off season drama, it would start to just become a part of me, and then that negativity would be something I carry with me, and I will never let a show do that to me. Even if I feel mad about something I watch on a TV show, that anger only lasts up until I turn the show off. When the show is off, I plug back in to my actual life because I'm like, this is not my life. The closest I've ever felt to having trouble turning it off is when I befriended a cast member of a show, and then I saw them on a season of a show after we became friends, and people were just they got the villain at it. People were just going in on that person, and I felt so bad. And I was in the comment section defending them. I was making videos defending them. It was just like, man, I feel too invested in this to the point where I almost want to turn it off. But for the most part, if I don't know the person, even if I've met them but I don't know them, I might be rooting for them or a little more upset than I would, or I'm upset as a fan type of thing. But I can turn that off. I can turn that on and off. Yeah. But anyways, those are just some of my thoughts. And drop a comment if you have any ideas on things that you would like to see, uh, suggestions. I welcome them. And please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell to get notified when I drop some more great content. Thank you all and have an amazing night.